Gottlieb's first digital game. Sinbad was also made in a mechanical version called the Eye of the Tiger. So this is rather nice because it gives you an example to see one of the truly nicest looking Sinbads left on the face of the earth. Artwork on the sides has come up beautiful. Stephen once again is doing this touch-up all over the play field. Although they're down now, when we start the game you're going to notice we have all brand new drop targets, courtesy of Pinball Resource, all brand new plastics, once again Pinball Resource. We've put some LEDs in different sections of the game, all new flippers. We have tops and bottoms, tons of new parts in this machine. Oh, you know what, I think I'll show you the back before I start the game up. Yeah, I think we'll open up the back here. I'll show you what we did back here first. First of all, your displays here. What you should do if you have a System 1 or actually any Gottlieb, you can take the display off the panel and unplug this plug. You do this with the power off. You never ever unplug and plug in displays on Gottlieb games with the power on. You will blow up your logic board or your display. And then you should look into buying one of these wonderful things. These are fiberglass erasers. We get these from the Eraser Company in New York. They're not cheap, 30 bucks for this one. This is the large size. Of course, we've also called the dildo size. But anyway, you burnish those contacts, the foil on the back, and get them nice and bright, and squirt some cleaner in it. Baby, it's as good as new, but whatever you do, don't get the fiberglass into your fingertips, or you'll be screaming like a woman. Anyway, I wanted to show you something rather interesting about this. When this game is in game over, we have the game over light flashing, and this light also comes on. Notice we put a color changing LED on. When the game is over, these two lights are on. Look how the color changing LED lights up to her fingertip right there. Okay, now originally that just had a regular white bulb in, so it lit up. But when you start the game over light obviously goes off. That's a blinker bulb, by the way. The computer's not doing that. That's a blinker bulb. And that light goes off. I'll bet you a whole bunch of you Sinbad people never knew that light would go on and off depending on whether you're playing a game or not. Gottlieb also put 3 blinker bulbs up here. None of that nonsense with the computer flashing it. Let's go back to the old Christmas light idea where it heats up and blinks. Now that's progress. Anyway, let's look in the back here. Logic board right here. We've cleaned it up. Let's see if I open that up. We've gotten these new connectors courtesy of Docent Electronics. He makes these wonderful new connectors to make your Gottlieb game run just as good as new. Look down here, Rotten Dog Amusements power supply. That way your logic board gets nice, clean, quality voltage instead of the old capacitors that are drying out on the original one. You shouldn't be using them anymore. We take them out, we put a brand new one in, and then we're as good as new. So here's our logic board all cleaned up. We always put the 5101 up here in a socket. So when it starts losing the memory, the chip goes bad, you don't have to unsolder the board. And we have our lithium battery. We've also cleaned all these contacts. Driver board, very simple. Gottlieb felt that you would never need more than 32 computer-controlled light bulbs. Who's ever going to use more than 32? Oh boy, everybody else was 64. And then, of course, later they needed more. They doubled that. My gosh. But nope, Gottlieb says, all you need are 32 light bulbs. That's all you'll ever use. Anyway, also coils. See these 4 over here? That's your sound. Each one of these runs one of the chime coils, or if it's electronic sounds, they'll produce one of 4 different sounds. Real simple. Usually this big transistor ran a drop target bank, and then these other 4 here ran coils, and then for good measure, look at that, they added 4 more coils. Wow, look at that. Tons of stuff. Very basic. Rockwell Electronics were custom built just for Gottlieb. But you know what? You put a new power supply in, this game will run for another 30 years. That is one nice thing about Gottlieb. Now we get all the targets up. Notice they're all reset. And you know what makes this game so special, and I think what people like so much about it, everything's color-coded. I'm going to show you. You can get other targets down, but you're never going to start your bonus until you start with white, a single target. When you hit this down, it turns on this roll through, and you're up to 2 times your bonus. But, you see, if you got the yellows and the purples down, it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't increase your bonus until you get that baby down. That turns on your bonus. Now you have to get the 2 yellows. Okay? You get the second yellow, and now it turns on your yellow here, here, and here for extra points. So when lit, instead of 500, you get 5,000. And you're up to 3 times. Your purples, that'll add your extra ball purple light here. If you roll through it, you'll turn on your same player shoots again light, and you're up to 4 times. And lastly, your special. That's the 4 targets here, the red targets down. Now remember, if your ball goes down, everything comes back up and you start over. The only downside, there's no memory on these older games. No memory. That little tiny EEPROM in the back couldn't do very much of anything. So let's do it. We're up to 5 times. All the targets come out, and because I got them all down, it's going to give me credit 5 times my bonus. Look at that. Now, I roll through any of these lanes, of course, I'll get what I want. You heard the knock? Yes, the knocker works once we're finished. There's your extra ball. Same player shoots again. We get 5,000 and we get 1,000. Now, I didn't show you the spinner. This is really, you go around this and your little green lights move around. And of course, your advance. When you go up here, it advances each time you roll up there. Wow. That's a lot of stuff on a game this old, huh? Really clever. There's my shoot again on. Anyway, the customer that ordered this said it was one of his most favorite games of all time. And to be really honest with you, this has got to be one of the nicest Sinbads on planet Earth. And he's driving down to pick it up. He's coming down from East Strasburg, PA. So we hope to see him before the weekend. How about buying a real arcade game for your house? My daughter Tammy will show you all about it.
Have you ever thought of owning your own video arcade game? Well, come to TNT Amusements. We've got plenty of them. We have 100 different machines for sale in our Southampton, PA showroom. Where can you find classics like Galaxian and Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Stargate? Oh, and we have pinball. If you get tired of your game, we guarantee you generous trade-in credit. How about buying your very own shuffle bowling alley? Woo! Oh, I love touchscreen games. How about buying your very own bubbler jukebox that holds 500 CDs?
It's electric!
And all of our machines come with TNT Amusements exclusive 5-year service plan. Go to our website for prices and more info, TNTAmusements.com.
We're in the yellow pages under amusement.
Living is good, isn't it, folks? That's all for now. Good night.